Alright, hello guys. I don't normally do tutorials, but today I just want to show you how to use the Stream Deck with the vMix, because it doesn't work straight out of the box. So we will have to learn some things. Let's just start with explaining what I want to do in vMix. Alright, so this is a hypothetical setup for a live stream. So we would have the intro animation before the stream, normally like a couple of minutes, 5 minutes before the stream is actually starting. Then we would have, and these two inputs, number 2 and 3, are representing the two inputs for the actual live stream. So this input 3 would be the game background, and input 2 would be the face camera. And then, of course, we would have a pause screen in case of technical issues, or going to the bathroom for a really long stream, something like that. And then we would have an animation as well for after the stream is done, so it doesn't just end, abruptly. So that's what we want to do. We want to change from using the keyboard shortcuts on the keyboard to using the Stream Deck. So there are two main selling points for using the Stream Deck. Number one is that you don't have to have vMix active as a window to use these shortcuts, and of course you don't have to use a keyboard. So you can use the small Stream Deck right next to the gamer, and then you could have recording PC, a separate one, streaming PC off to the side. What we want to do now, we want to learn about scripting, because that's what we have to use with the Stream Deck. So let's go to settings and then scripting. Let's just delete these ones because I want to do it from the start. So let's add a script. And this script is basically a list of functions or shortcuts. So it's kind of all the shortcuts in one place. So you only have to link one thing to the Stream Deck, and that's convenient because when using the website feature here, you can only use one URL. All right, so what do we want to do with the first input? Yeah, we would like to make it active. And let's go into the scripting tab of, so you go into settings and then scripting, and then I'll just remove this. Sorry, I had to check something. We add the script. This is the name, right? Start. Oh, that's a weird. Start stream. That's the name of the script, and that's also going to be part of the URL that we're going to enter into Stream Deck. As you can see here, I'm kind of cheating a little bit. This is how we write the shortcuts. It always begins with function equal sign, and then active input, and then you have to have an ampersand, input, and then equal sign 1. This is how you make input 1 active. And if you wonder about how to write these, you can find if you Google vMix shortcuts, you can find this table of shortcuts, and you could just scroll down and look at this active input, and then it tells you here. So the parameters is what comes after the ampersand. So that's going to be the input in this case, as we can see. Let's search for it again. There we go. Input. Yeah. I can write this in the description so you would know for longer, because some functions, they require more than just an input or more than one parameter. All right, so we have a function active input 1. We also want to play it because it's an animation video. So play and input 1. And we also want to have the audio for it, audio on, and input 1. And I think that's about it. Let's save it and let's test it out. Actually, before we test it out, I've cheated, so I forgot, but you have to add a website to the button that you want to use, because we're going to use an URL, or call the API function of vMix, to communicate. So, and the link, I can link this in the description as well. That's going to be a local host, and that's going to apply for if you're using vMix and the Stream Deck on the same computer, you can use localhost. And the function to start the script is this one. Script start and value, and the value is the name of the script. You want to make it accessible in the background, otherwise it will open a new window in your web browser every time. So let's just start intro. Let's just call it that, all right? Back to vMix. Let's check if it works. Yeah, it works. All right, so now it's a bit more complicated. As I said, input 2 and 3 are kind of the live stream. So input 3 would be the background or the game, and input 2 would be the face cam of the gamer. So that's why I've resized this down here so that it could be an overlay to input 3. So that's what we want to do with the next button or the next script. So let's just copy this. Why not? It's easier. And then add the new one, and let's call it go live. All right. We want to make and here's the difference, right? So the active input has to be the game because that's in the background, and we want the face camera to be an overlay, and that's a different function than the active input. So active input would have to be input 3. We don't need to play it if it's a live video, but now we do have to play it because it's a pre-recorded video example. You have to turn the audio on for both input 2 and input 3. And we have to add input 2 as an overlay. Overlay input 1 in. So the reason why I'm using overlay input in instead of overlay input is because overlay input is a toggle. So if you accidentally press the button twice, it's gonna toggle on and off. But if you have it in, it doesn't matter if you press it twice, right? So that's gonna be input 2. And so now we have audio for input 2 and 3. We are, yeah, it looks like it's gonna work. And the name of the script is go live. So now we need to add the go live script to a new button. All right, so just let's call this go live. And then we need to paste this and just change the value, which is the name of the script, to go live and access in the background. So let's test it out. All right, look at this.
When you left me that December, life goes on and on and on.
Beautiful. We're just gonna have to pause it because it's a video. Next one, just want to show you real quick, is if you want to have a pause screen, we can add that as well. Just pause and function. We want to make the fourth input active because that's our pause screen, and we want to turn audio off for for our other. So we want to turn audio off for our input 2 and 3, which are the microphone of the gamer and the game itself, right? So we'll just copy this, and we want to play it. We want to play input 4 because it's an animation video, and we want to turn off the overlay. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, we don't have to specify the input, I don't think. We'll see. All right, close this. And that's just called pause. So we can copy this one. We can create a new button and change the name to pause. Okay, so let's go live now and try to pause it.
No, and I haven't got.
Yeah, it's working perfectly. All right, so that's my example of how to use the Stream Deck with the vMix using scripting. I'll link a couple of functions and how to write these in the description, and I hope you learned something, because I spent a lot of time researching and to figure out how to do this. So thank you for watching.